Hello again. Welcome. Here's for hoping for much better technical luck on this day.
See, you say that now.
I do. I there you go. I'm Bjorn. I am your DM. Introducing, of course.
I'm Jordan. I'm playing Kira.
Not Bjorn, and I am not your DM. I am Nate, and I am Max.
Your members.
If I say it out loud, it helps.
Jamie, I'm playing Siobhan.
Tanya playing Garnet.
Phoenix playing Pohaku Kahu.
I am not Nate, but I am Casey playing Reba.
She remembered.
I'm James Earl Jones. This is CNN.
I'm Ira Glass.
What have we
You're
done?
This is what happens when we haven't been in person.
I know, right?
It's been a hot minute.
It really has. Feels good. So, you all are still in the town of Harmony Creek, currently at the Dusty Boots Tavern, enjoying some food and drink and celebrating in a couple significant victories for you all as a group. There was the undead chimera you defeated at Farmer Dabbler's farm, and shortly after that, taking out the criminal who was being hunted partially by Kira, named Timiger Iron Tusk. You took some of the items you found after that battle, and through a little detect magic, realized, oh, these are magical items. A wind fan is now possessed by Pohaku. Reba now has a sentinel shield. Mannix has a amulet of proof against detection and location. And Kira has a magical short sword with some magical defensive properties. I don't know if you saw the resistances that added to you.
They're real nice.
Yes.
Is that the one that has like the eyes in it?
It has a cat's eye gem
Just
on
one.
either side.
No, wait, it's cursed. Not concerned.
It's just a gem.
Listen, the Sword of Omens, Thundercats, has an eye on, has a cat's eye on either side. And if you're going to come here to tell me the Sword of Omens is cursed, we'll have you roll for disadvantage for a very long time. This Thundercats hoe still believes. So,
Good God. You just named the episode. I hope you know that this
Thundercats hoe?
Thundercats still believes.
Always a big fan of Jaga the Wise. Everybody forgets about Jaga. But you are all here.
Oh,
in
we
the-
should probably... That sound you're hearing is a dog.
That is a wonderful wiggle butt. That is Commander. If you hear that song, please salute for the wonderful Commander Shepard. So you are all here enjoying this revelry. Siobhan, less than some others, as there's been quite a bit of focus thrown your direction since you did get the killing blow on the Chimera. But as time goes on here, I don't know, did you guys have anything specific else you wanted to do here? Or just kind of go forward to the return of the marshals, as the constable you spoke to said he was going to try and get in touch with them prior to their scheduled return, since you all took out the individual they would have been looking for.
I do still need to go visit the tanner.
You sure do.
But yeah, he just wants to get something basic made over there.
Yeah, I just write my letters. I write my my official report, and then also my report to Sordal.
Love it.
And I do tell Sordal. I try to tell Sordal about the voice.
Okay. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Absolutely.
I believe you have to make that with disadvantage.
Yes, I do.
Also, Reba had asked to see the report that he wrote. Do I see the report you write to Sordal?
You're right, because I'm in front of all of you, so I would not have
Yeah.
written. I wouldn't have written that one yet.
Yep.
So, but that'll be in the future.
Sure will. So, and in the report, you see there is no mention of you, Reba, or Siobhan anywhere in there. There's a bit of emphasis placed on this champion of the tournament, Pohaku Kahu, who
As well, there should be.
maybe a little embellishment about how much he contributed to the battle, but it seems very plausible.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. And anyone else have anything specific before we go over and see how things are going for Pohaku at the Tanners?
I'm gonna go back to work.
Go back to your brother?
Mhm.
Yeah. How about you, Reba? Just chill and see the letter get written.
Yeah, at some point before the end of today, I just want to make sure I get some armor, spend some money.
Cool.
But that's it.
We'll have you go check in with Siobhan
Yeah.
at the Finnegan stall. So you find your way over to the tanner's business, and bless you. You can see this individual is a little excited at what they're working with. You know, they don't get a whole lot of dead, undead chimera wings. And this is Borak the Swift, is the individual there.
Is his brother Borax the cleaner?
No, he's not. Only if you get the two of them together are they Borax the cleaner, because that Borak gotta have multiple plural.
Oh,
Are they twins?
No,
Uh.
no, makes it awkward. You see this? Said you'd be coming to. So, what exactly do you want done with this here? Broken it down into some sections. Been treating it well. Doesn't look like this thing was in a state of decay for terribly long, so you're in luck. It'll hold up okay. What can I make for you?
So I was thinking, and he just kind of gestures down to himself, and he's just wearing, you know, the simple kind of leather skirt and kind of sash across his chest. Something similar. Doesn't need to be too elaborate. Are you able to do embossing on leathers?
A little bit, not a ton.
Could you make it say, "This is belonging to Pohaku Kahu, champion of the Freres Reverence Festival of Harmony Creek"?
That's good. Oh, that's good.
No! But what I can do is make you like a fancy belt. It could look like a champion's belt. I've got a couple large pieces of metal around here, a little bit of filigree on them, but I could fix that real well, and you could have a champion. You said your name is Pohaku, yes?
Pohaku Kahu.
So I can put your initials right on it. So, yes.
Got it. Yes. That won't be too dotty, right?
It will be perfect.
That will be perfect.
Wonderful. I'll put some nice fringe on this for you as well.
Outstanding.
So,
I love fringe.
good. I'm so glad you do.
I love fringe.
Yes. This will cost you about 5 gold to get done. It's for the whole, treating process of the materials, of the custom clothes that are being built for you, the pieces of metal that are being added to it. It's a lot. So you end up with this skirt that it has some fringe around the waist and also hanging down from the bottom hem of the skirt itself. The belt is so it has these circular metal plates that get larger and larger until it gets to the central circular plate that it has your initials on it, and he just kind of was able. You'll pick this up at the end of the day. This takes time to make, and he was able to put the word champion. It looks very. So, this basically, like, if we were to look at it, we would think this was, say, like an independent wrestling promotions title belt. They've got an okay budget, but this is certainly not the big money.
Okay.
You also,
It's still hard plastic, but it looks kind of like it's metal when you squint.
You're given another piece to this outfit. There are these sort of 2 very thick leather straps. They both go in the same direction, over the chest that fix around the waist, and then it goes up to this piece across the shoulders, connecting around the neck, and you sort of have what looks similar to like epaulets
Perfect.
on here
Perfect.
with large amounts of fringe. This kind of looks like what you would think like the Ultimate Warrior's formal wear would be.
This thing is dripping with distrucity. I'm amazed.
So,
I mean, when I see it, I will be amazed.
you'll be so amazed. But that is what is being created for you.
You just want to grab some ropes.
Yeah.
And,
This is the greatest thing.
You not knowing much about standard fashion, and this Tanner possibly knowing even less, or what have caused this, I can only say, monstrosity to be built, because you're not a small man.
no.
And he's making sure that as much of the muscles as possible can be shown off. This is certainly not a winter outfit,
Oh my.
but
I mean, maybe for some.
that is what will be created for you. The important thing to also know about the belt is the way it affixes to the skirt. It's what holds the skirt up. So you can't do the skirt without the belt.
Oh, okay.
Who would want to?
You are wearing your championship belt wherever you go, whether you like it or not.
You know, I'm blown away, and I never thought that I would be in a campaign where I'm like, okay, I need to find a ring of warmth. Like that's going to be the most important.
Yeah.
Minor magic item. Now suddenly,
I mean, you want
now I need one.
Kohaku's like personal quest is just drastically
Now,
changed.
yeah, it's ring of warmth.
Nothing else in the story matters. Ring of
Ring
Warmth
of warmth
time.
is all I need.
thermal cube as well. Common magic item.
Okay.
Sure.
If you can find one.
Yeah. Before we head up into the mountains, I gotta get that.
So, Siobhan, it doesn't take you long to get back to the stall. Arriving, you see Kieran looks a little off. Not his usual jovial business self.
Jovial.
Well, he's jovial when he's selling things. You know this. There's nothing he loves more than working.
Okay. All right.
You all right?
It's been a bit of a day.
I heard.
Oh, what'd you hear?
You killed a terrifying beast defending a farmer's crop.
Yep, that was for starters. Then I killed another terrifying beast and inadvertently, at the time, helped both the cops and the Empire. So I'm going to go to sleep forever now and wake me up if there's a large pile of dogs or something that wants to cuddle me, because otherwise I don't know that this day is salvageable.
What are you doing with yourself, Bonnie?
You encouraged me to go with them.
Yeah, you're right. It's partially my fault.
Would you? What's wrong? What's wrong with you?
I know you don't like attention.
No, I don't. No, it's been dreadful.
I feel bad for you.
Oh, what time?
Hey.
Do you feel bad enough that it's dropped down crisscross applesauce, so I'm
About his height.
about his height? Listen, do you feel bad enough to be scritches?
He'll reach out. Kind of tussle your hair a little bit.
Everyone in the whole tavern was looking at me.
You did something worth looking at. You're worth looking at. I'm not trying to. I'm bad at complimenting you. Listen. I won't lie. I heard I was in the same tavern as someone who slew a terrifying beast I'd look to. Don't take it personal.
No, I know, I just don't like it.
What you afraid of?
Oh. Let's see. Getting too strongly embarrassed so that my eyes glow, so that the Wayne with us, who apparently is trained to be a member of the census, takes note of it, kidnaps me, divides me back to the Empire, and throws me into whatever they do with people they can't explain.
Okay, it's a reasonable fear. Good point. Just stay here for a bit. Do some business. That'll put you in a rather calm mood. In fact, if you'd like, I'll let you do inventory.
I was gonna hide under the table, but alright.
Do what's ever going to be good for you right now.
No, what he's doing. Give me the ledger.
Not much, to be honest with you. If you'd like, you can go through the inventory, but can also wait till we pack out.
No, give me something to do.
Well,
It's, you know, I can squeeze myself into this tiny arse, but
that's good. He hands you one of the ledgers. Like, I need to know exactly how many daggers, how many hand axes, and also if you can figure out exactly how many shields we got left in assortment of sizes from smallest to largest. I just want to make sure. Had a bit of a run on things after that tournament. A lot of people fancying themselves warriors now, and just sort of in the chaos, lost track of the numbers on some of the more easy to wield items, if you will.
alright, Reba might be by later. She's talking of a better, was it armor for herself? Or shield? Armor, I think. Do you have anything that size?
Yeah, she's got a few. She'll be able to find a few things to fit her right. When she comes by, you can help. We'll size her up proper. See if we got anything. If we don't, we can send a letter to Da. See what he can get in before we get home.
Alright, now, I hold up a dagger and go, I can never tell. Is this a dagger? Or is it a sword for someone your size?
Ah, this is a dagger you see before you.
That's not a knife.
Smart arse.
I thought it was very good with the Rich reference, and I was proud.
Quality reference, yes.
Alright, so Sean gets to work.
Okay. And then Reba, you were headed that way?
Yeah.
It's not much time later that you arrive, as I don't think Siobhan exactly made a beeline, seeing that you did not much like being looked at, probably took more circuitous routes, I would guess, anywhere where less people might be looking at you. I don't know.
No, I really want to see my big brother. I kind of head down straight there.
Then in that case, you've been there for a little bit, and Reba, you come up and, oh, look who it is, the great adventurer herself.
Yeah.
Reba, how's the day treating you?
Not so bad.
Good.
Made a good bit of coin off of those adventures, and I was actually hoping I was wanting to upgrade for the next one. Do you have any armor in my size?
Oh, I've got a bit. What do you currently have equipped for armor?
Just leather.
Which leather?
Yep.
Let's see here. You can wear up to medium, I believe.
Yes.
Correct? All right, let me check the.
Extra medium.
Hey, let's see here. I've got
True medium.
You can see ghosts.
a couple of things here. He looks at this chain shirt. He's like, I can do, I won't do. I know what I've got for you. And he holds up a suit of armor. It's very similar to what Siobhan wears. Because you have scale mail, correct, Siobhan?
I don't think so. They have the breastplate.
Oh, okay.
Does it?
Then it's not similar to what Siobhan wears. We have a breastplate.
No, I've got that.
So, okay. So it's very similar to what Siobhan wears. These, large scale-like plates that cover most of the bodies. Good. You do you pretty well there. Protect you a bit better with what you earn.
Does it have protection against psychic damage? Since it's medium armor.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, it makes ice cream too.
All right, how much are you asking for it?
That would cost you 50.
50. What about the friends and family discount? Kieran, I've been here for how long?
You're friends and family, and that's why I'm willing to sell it to you with a smile. Ask Siobhan the last time they gave a discount. Go right ahead. She'll tell you.
Hey, Siobhan, I should get a discount.
It's a very special one that slices it, dices it, juliennes.
All right, well, if today is any example, this armor will keep me alive for a whole lot more coin from them.
As a Finnegan, I have a reputation to uphold, and as Da always said, you charge the same price to everyone.
I have removed 50 gold from my inventory. Give me the armor.
Give yourself a suit of scale mail.
Thank you.
Increase that AC a bit. It'll
What's the strong? This is out of character. Well, character regardless.
Sure.
What it would be like?
the best medium armor?
Yeah.
That'd be a breastplate.
All right. Which I don't have.
No. The nice thing about it is it gives you good defense, allows you to add your dex, and it does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks.
Yep. It doesn't have that clank clank.
Yes. With that scale mail, however, you do have disadvantage on
Clankety
stealth
clank.
checks.
That's okay.
Not like you with that
Clankety
stealth to begin with.
No.
Clankety clank. Clankety clank. Clonkety clonk.
Clunkety clank.
Fine.
So you have that. Anything else you want to do as far as the conversation here, or
I think at that point, she just wants to put her feet up and relax till it's time for dinner, sort of maybe take a bath, wash off some of the undead chimera from the day.
you can find basically a bathhouse place to wash up. It'll cost you 2 silver,
Yeah, I'll do that.
but that'll get you hot water and soap.
Cool. Yeah, I think besides that, I think she sort of spreads out the contents of her backpack. She looks at the amount of like ration she has and the size of the water skin, and she sort of starts taking her own inventory for how well prepared she is to forge off again pretty soon.
Yep.
She's not planning on sticking around.
Anything else for the rest of you?
Mannix wants to poke around town a little bit, just to inquire in any magic using circles to see what people know about warlocks. Just to see if there's anyone who has familiarity with that particular brand.
Give me an investigation check.
And of course, I'm by his side, so I will
Actually,
give
no, make this a persuasion check because you're specifically engaging in conversation. So this is persuasion.
and I will be by his side, so I will help.
That's a nat 20 for a 27.
Oh,
I don't need to help.
Nice.
wow.
So you find that people largely fear them. They're feared even in places like the assemblage where they frown on the mage hunting practices of the Empire simply because anyone who is a warlock has either entered with or is conscripted in some sort of pact with an all-powerful being. People are smart enough to know you don't wield that kind of power without having to do something in return. Because it's well known that if you don't appease your patron to a certain point, they can keep their grip on you. They can turn your powers off. It's up to them whether or not you get to use those gifts of theirs. So people are often wary of them, even those who seem to have very benevolent patrons, what you would know as a celestial warlock. Even though they have these wonderful healing abilities, usually, people always go, nothing's free, especially from anyone all-powerful, extraplanar like that. So there's a lot of concerns about them. People will often keep their distance. However, you do hear a couple rumors about possibly a warlock or two that may live throughout the assemblage, but people are very hush-hush on any details on that. Just because it was a natural 20. You glean a couple little things where you're going, oh, someone might know a little bit. You don't quite get the idea of who, but they probably operate in some sort of criminal underground. Okay. Which, you being a noble, you full well know, any good civilization needs a criminal underground to keep it running.
Gross.
The evening will arrive, and as the evening's festivities are kind of reaching into full roar, I don't know if you all are together at this time, but if you aren't, there are messengers that seek out and find each of you, and you're asked to come to a certain bonfire, as you're told the marshals have returned. And marshals Steelbreaker and Bicker want to speak with you all, particularly Marshal Bicker. And as you all gather around this fire, you can see the female Goliath, Marshal Linkura Steelbreaker, sitting, sipping on a mug of something, and the handlebarred, mustache, bald-headed Elijah Bicker looking you all over. Well, now, looks like two of us gone moseying out of town, y'all take care of what we were looking for. Much obliged. Much obliged. Curious. We're all planning to head to next. What you might have on your docket, as it were.
I believe at least the plan for the two of us after the festival was to head home. At least that's what they told me. You've got other plans, don't you?
Well, I don't think we quite had specific plans. I do know that we were wanting to head back in that direction, but I don't have an issue with sticking around.
I mean,
It'd have to be something worth keeping us here. But
I'm just tasked with being by your side and keeping you safe. So if you choose to abscond, I would be duty bound.
what have I told you about using big words around me?
If you were to fuck off and choose not to go home, I'd just have to go with you.
Was that so hard?
A little bit, yeah.
Fucking Christ, laddie.
Now, there's a reason I ask. Sure, you're able to guess real might quick. Things down at that Shimmerstone mine seem like they're getting a little weird. Is all the word I could get back. Not quite sure what all's going on. You there, and he points at you, Garnet. So you mentioned you knew some of them folks heading that way.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like at least one other group has gone on in there, see what's going on within the mine itself. Not quite sure who they are, what they're up to, but wondering how it is they knew something was going on within that mine itself. Don't get a whole lot of visitors or adventurers, anything along that line per se, deciding they want to go digging around underground to see what all's happened. Now, considering what you've been able to accomplish thus far, felt y'all might be up to the task of heading on in there, maybe doing a little recon, getting a little intel, and reporting back what your findings. Now, myself, I'm heading to the mine as well. Won't be accompanying y'all, per se. Want to get a good look-see around topside. Might get my head down in there after a bit. But if I'm being completely honest, not a big fan of enclosed spaces. Thus, it's not the job for me. As far as what the job itself's worth, I can promise you 50 gold each for finding out what exactly is going on in there, as well as another 100 each, should you be able to ascertain, and if these individuals are a problem, apprehend whoever they might be. But I want to know whoever's showing up unannounced and all secretive while they're digging around in them caves. The other piece, which I feel it might be important to mention to y'all, large amount of the miners have evacuated the premises. Only reasons they gave is it's not safe. Some of them said it was just a bad feeling. Others said they heard screams. No one had the fortitude to investigate and come back. For those who did, apparently more screams followed. Don't know what all happened to them. If this Doesn't sound like it's within your purview, or sounds like more than you want to bite off. I completely understand.
Oh no, we'll do it.
I'm in.
Where you go, I follow.
Mannix, we can't do this without
You have to try a bit harder to make me believe that pile of shit. We'll go. You got lucky.
And he'll look down at you, Siobhan. Nice 5 out of 6. How about the Beastmaster, Chimera Slayer?
Can't do that.
Sure.
If the shoe fits.
Out of character, how far away are the mines?
Mines are,
And where are they in relation to Ruby's Crossing?
you would have to go through Ruby's Crossing to get to the mines.
Okay.
Like, you would have a time to stop off at home first. But the Shimmerstone mine is east of Ruby's Crossing, and you are currently west of Ruby's Crossing. On foot, be about a day's travel.
Okay. And I would know this because
You would absolutely know this. You've been to the Shimmerstone mine before. One of the interesting things about it is there is a bit of a foundry attached. Some of the ore that comes out, people right on hand to work it. So you've been there with your father before to get metal, get ore. He does business there often. So you're very, very familiar with it. You would also know that the mine is important to his business.
Okay, so going back to the, what about you? Whatever. Well, in order to get there, you're going to have to go through my hometown. And my father does a lot of business there, so it might be a good place, a good resource to talk to.
6 for 6, it sounds like. No,
Oahu hasn't spoken up just yet, actually.
he's aware.
And he looks up and this is probably as pensive as you've seen him in your time with Oahu at this point. And he just kind of looks over first to the marshal, then over to Garnet. And he asks, so it's being evacuated. The workers have left. All we know is screams and bad feelings. Is there no other detail?
There were some sounds. Was saving this information until we hit the halfway point, per se, in case anybody got to Ruby's Cross and said that's where they're getting off this train. They were loud. So the workers said. Didn't sound like any beast I'd ever heard before. And it sounded loud, rubble moving, falling, almost like tunneling. Something down there.
Garnet, Oahu turns. We were on our way there to begin with. This was important to you. It was important to you. And I just wonder, when I met up with you on the train, it was because I was supposed to find somebody who knew the earth as I do. I was sent to find you to prevent. And he just kind of shakes his head. I suppose that means we're on the right track. This could be the the trail that I've been looking for as well. Yeah, I'm in.
You know, tomorrow's the last day of the festival. Don't know if y'all plan on staying around for that. Either way, I was gonna get a group together, set out east day after this ends. Don't think too many folks will be wanting to leave beforehand. If you want to head out first, it's fine. Do it on foot, or I could probably arrange for transportation to get you back to Ruby's Crossing, though it's not likely to take you all the way to the mine as it'd be coming back from me. Up to y'all, however you want to do it. But just let me know in the morning. Appreciate your willingness to cooperate. Again, I formally apologize for the fact that I'm not going down there with you, but I'm not too proud to admit I'm a downright fraidy cat should I get into the subterranean reaches of such a location, and not particularly interested in pissing myself being useless should we encounter something in the darker crampies, as it were.
It's not for everybody.
It's important to know your limit.
You're not wrong, my friend.
Plus, I mean, you do need to stay topside to do your job of being the marshal.
Well, this is true, even though I'm a bit outside my jurisdiction right now. But I can't resist a good mystery.
Well, we both know about being outside of jurisdictions, don't we?
That's the truth. Can't say I expected you or your friend there to stick around. Appreciate it. True statement. Don't get a lot of folks in the Empire who are willing to lend a helping hand.
Well, not a lot of folks had the example I had.
So, for example, you have to follow.
You know Tyree the Bolt?
You watch as his eyes get wide. Yeah, I do. How do you know?
And I have Umbani jump up on my shoulder. Recognize him?
He reaches into his coat, pulls out a flask, unscrews it, gestures towards you.
Oh, I don't. I promised my aunt that she'd pour me my first drink.
And I'll drink to Tyree for both of us. Yeah, I knew Tyree. He's a good man. He always did right by the assemblage in any work he did. Now it's his attention every time he came across our border. Made it very clear who he was looking for, why he was looking for him. And he never once threw a fit when he was sent home empty-handed, because it was deemed who he was told to look for wasn't worth the time. I drew on him once, first time I met him. Told me, make sure you put me down with the first shot, because there won't be a second. Knew I liked him instantly.
No?
I'm sorry. Heard what happened to him.
There's a reason why I gotta be just like him.
It's a good man to look up to. Well, that said, knowing what stock you come from, it's nice to have you on my trustworthy side. Like to assume you'll stay there.
No reason not to.
It's good. I'll tell you then, same thing I told him. You don't have to worry about me missing. I don't ever fire a second shot.
Can do. Guess we're going on the ground.
Good day. Y'all are welcome to stay here, my camp, around this fire for tonight, or go about your business. Enjoy yourselves. Like I said, just let me know in the morning whether or not you plan on heading east with me or on your own after the festival's over, or if you're heading out tomorrow. Makes no difference. I don't know that the day Could make a huge difference about whatever threats are at that mine. Plus, I imagine you'll probably want to stock up on a few things when you hit Ruby's Crossing.
I mean, that's more of a Siobhan question, being from here.
Well, then,
No, just what would be the best course of action for, time wise, getting there, what kind of supplies we might need.
Oh, the great Beastmaster. We're gonna have lots of good ideas for us there, man. Nobody is a BM like you.
Is that the first snort of the campaign?
after that,
That was a good one.
I'm very so, Dale, I don't know how to help you. I'm not an adventurer. I can tell you, you can know what you're looking for. I can tell you where to go. And as for when to leave, I have a job. I'll head back to Ruby's Crossing after the festival ends. Gotta help me brother. I have my own transport came with him. I don't. Would the actually I don't know if she'd fucking offer this, but like how like obviously when we got there,
Yeah.
Were we on horses? Were we on the cart? Like how did
You would have been like on the cart itself. Probably one of you was in like the wagon portion where all the goods were to help kind of steady some stuff.
Mhm.
With how much Kieran has sold, you would think it would be cramped. But you think you could cram everyone in there? Whoever's in the back with the goods would not be comfortable. I don't know how much you actually care if some of them are comfortable,
Damn it.
but you think you could.
Drive us off on this transport. So.
Yes, you. Honestly, the ones who would most likely
That's 16 times.
fit in the back would be Mannix, Kira, and Garnet being the smallest of you three.
Mhm.
Though I don't know that your three beefy asses would all fit right up the front as it is. So probably someone would have to.
So Kieran could sit me up, except completely beneath his
I
dignity.
completely, absolutely wouldn't do it in a million years.
It's like he could, but he would not. No, I have a ride, so. But yeah, I'm not leaving before then. If you want to take the ride and go, I can again mention some places. If you're wanting better arms or if you're wanting better the dog. If you're wanting better arms or steel. The best place to go in Ruby's Crossing is in fact Midas, and the best stuff is here right now. So
I'm not leaving before Siobhan does. I have a job too.
I still want to have some fun before we go, like, do serious stuff. So if we could,
I still need to pick up my skirt.
That's true.
Sure you do.
Well, then I guess we're all staying for the rest of the festival, which means some festival fun.
oh yeah.
I don't know about you, Mannix, but I didn't quite get my my full of fun of fighting through the festival just during that one tournament. Is there a fighting pit in town, Marshall?
Well, let's see here.
You could always try the slapping contest.
There's a slapping contest.
As far as if you're looking at full physical entertainment, they're still doing the arm wrestling contests. There is the slapping contest going on. You can always try yourself at the barrel run. That's a mighty good time. You're kind of wiry. You might be quick. You might be able to catch that greased pig. That's with an attempt. Or yeah, I believe that's as far as the actual physical events. That you'll still find going on tomorrow there.
Well, I was thinking like some actual sparring. What is that for laws in your town?
Well, as long as two folks have a mutual understanding that it's just exchange of athletic prowess, got no problem with that. As long as you got two consenting individuals want to throw a little bit of fisticuffs. Though, and he looks over at Marshal Steelbreaker. I believe that is how you do things here in Harmony Creek. At least that's where we do things down south. She just quietly nods, keeps drinking. There you have it.
I mean, I might find someone to have a scrap with just to keep my skills sharp, but I can get into some more festival shenanigans.
Why the bloody hell would I want to have a scrap with someone? Have fun. I'll tip one back to you, but you're on your own there, lad.
Yeah, good enough. I mean, if I'm going to protect you, I've got to stay sharp.
You're not going to get any disagreement from me, even slightly. But that being said, why do I want to scrape my knuckles and engage in fisticuffs? Oh,
Would you rather play chess? I knew you'd get that one.
Oh, man. Thank you, Blazing Saddles.
what the hell is chess?
Never mind.
I feel like that's a word you made up.
It's... Sure, yes, it is. I made it up.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well, I guess we festival stuff.
Wonderful. So you all get some, you all go to sleep. Are you all staying around this bonfire, or are any of you going to other locations?
I'm going back to my brother.
I will follow.
So
I gotta make sure my bodyguard doesn't get his head caved in.
that's very noble and worthwhile, and probably smart of you to decide that there, Mannix. So sleep.
Sheerly self-preservation.
Yeah. Sleep eventually finds you all. And Reba, you find yourself floating in this void. And dark mists encircling around you. You can feel them become solid underneath your boots, causing you to stand. And you hear a voice from beyond the veil. Well, I see you've become a little more accepting of my gift, of my presence.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
I never sleep.
Well, and now apparently I'm not able to either. Thanks for that.
You're still asleep. I
Such
figured
sweet
I
dreams.
figured you'd know. Sleeping are the easiest to converse with. After all, those who sleep eternally reside with me.
Don't act like I'm another one of your dead tenants.
Not yet.
Ugh.
The day will come. I have a place for you. I have a place for all of you. Everyone.
Okay, well, never has Valhalla sounded more appealing. Get somewhere else.
It's not for you. I think you know.
Why not? It could be.
There's a place for warriors. Die in battle with their weapons in their hand. You're still scared. I feel it.
I don't know what you're feeling, lady, but it ain't fear. Get out of my head.
No, you don't have to. We're connected.
Thanks for that. Not like I ever asked.
But you did. You didn't realize you were asking, did you?
I will spend my entire life making you regret that decision then.
Your entire life is but the blink of an eye to me. But you want something from me, don't you?
I want someone from you.
Same difference.
What do you want?
Perhaps in time I'll let you negotiate.
Okay, cool. So you just came into my dreams to speak in your weird breathy voice and talk about how death is so long and your life is a blink of an eye. Ooh.
So, Amy,
Yes, you do have that effect.
learn to breathe, relax, live the moment.
Says the walking existential crisis.
Watch your tongue.
Oh, shit.
I can take as easily as I give. And remember, I'm the one with someone you want.
Is she doing okay?
She has adjusted comfortably, which I promise is what you would call a good thing. There are many who pass beyond the veil into my realm that never adjust.
She still remember everything?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You gonna let me see her?
Not yet.
Great.
Give me a reason to, and I will.
Okay, what do you want?
Death is being perverted. I can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chimera and the Draugrs in one day. Last time I saw a Draugr, I had to look at your ugly face. What is this all about?
They are not mine. I prefer the dead. Stay with me. This is something else. I've only recollection of these coming forth once before. In your time, you would say it was decades ago. In my time, but a breath.
Oh, death is so long. Whose fault is this?
It is beyond my view, and that concerns me.
Whose fault was it the first time? It was just a breath ago. I hope you haven't forgotten.
Always the antagonistic one.
And you do have that effect.
She's not that kind of cleric.
This is what clerics are like, right?
Remember last campaign when we were friendly with deity?
Yeah, some of us too friendly, Jordan.
Okay, you know what?
All I request is that you find information for whoever or whatever is doing this,
I'm trying.
is taking great efforts to stay beyond my gaze, and to be beyond the view of death is quite the feat.
I don't like it either. I don't like seeing Draugr walking around. Just for my own sake, do you have anything useful for this? Or just death is long and I can't see?
Look to those who seek to control life. There you will find those looking to undo death.
The Emperor?
I do not believe he himself is directly attempting anything.
Who else wants to control life?
He's weak.
Nice.
He is uninteresting to me.
Fair enough.
Keep your eyes and ears open. We will speak
If you say so.
again, and the dream will end.
Okay.
Siobhan, you've had the dream before. You find yourself on a plateau or a mesa, land stretching in all directions, flat, very loose dirt underneath your feet. You can see simple structures, homes, almost like huts, all around you. Humanoid individuals, shapeless. You can't make out details on the faces, mill about. You hear voices, communication in a language you can't even begin to understand. One voice in particular that you can't place a physical form on. It almost feels like it's trying to come from within inside you itself. Focused upon you. You can understand nothing. And the words become louder. And when you can't understand language, you can understand tone and intention. And what started as laughter becomes yelling, screams. These shapes darting about at a ferocious pace. And then flames begin to arise from all directions. You see a second set of shapes moving inward, destroying everything they can see, projecting some sort of energy out from them, striking the ones you were looking at. And then, as you see the ones who were first there that you couldn't understand, screaming, their eyes glowing as the screams begin. And you watch as they're struck down one by one and two by two, falling left and right. These individuals striking them down, their heads, you notice where there would be eyes, seem to go into nothingness, void, as if there's something shielding whatever's behind. You feel yourself lifted as one of these individuals scoops you up, and you feel yourself somehow becoming smaller, shrinking down, and you're placed into something, and you feel what you feel beneath you feels like you're floating on water. You're sent away. And as you float into the darkness, this last set of eyes looking at you, you see snuffed out. And you wake in a cold sweat. I believe you keep a book, a dream journal, correct? And you go to look in your dream journal and you see something you've never seen before, written out on the pages, in handwriting you don't recognize, only in that it is not your own. Every event that you just witnessed in your dream is on those pages, down to the moment you woke up.
So to be clear, this is the same dream I've had over and over again.
Yes,
But I've written these notes before, haven't I?
you have. This, you know how two writers could describe the same thing, but they might put different inflections in there, different adjectives describing words, have different handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. You didn't write it, but it's not the exact same way you described it verbatim. Because each time the dreams, there are little variances in it, because you're looking at different directions. By the time you realize it's a dream each time, you're trying to take in new information while you keep having it. But in this case, whoever this narrator or whatever this narrator is that wrote it out was clearly watching wherever your eyes were in it at that time. But you did not write it. You know this for two reasons. One, you were asleep. Two, this is not your handwriting. You do not recognize the handwriting at all. The handwriting almost has a childlike quality to it. Either it makes you think of someone who's just learning a language. Like when you first learn how to write out letters, There's clearly a lot of effort put into this. Yeah, you could imagine there was someone possibly holding an instrument like in their fist, is what this very much reminds you of. You've seen children's handwriting before. This is similar to that.
Hold on, let me finish this.
Yeah, of course. Don't want to cut you off.
All right, so, yeah, Siobhan wakes up from the dream. Before she even reaches for the journal, she reaches for her sunglasses.
Okay.
Doesn't sleep with them on, but she immediately puts them on first thing.
Yeah.
Sits up and grabs the journal, and then now she's scared. What's the sleeping situation? Are we by a fire? Do we sleep in the?
You would have slept
In the
near
cart.
near the stall. A lot of the merchants kind of build large circles around a larger fire, oftentimes, just the idea of being grouped together. So Reba and Kieran would both not be far from you, but you would also be able to see various other merchants. Some, there are people still awake, even though this is very in the small hours. You can see the beginnings of a sunrise. So some people have stayed up through the night. Some people are up early. You could hear what sounds like a couple of voices giggling over in the bushes. You're pretty sure you know what's happening there, as they sound like they're having a great time.
Right, yeah. Tickle contest.
Manix, where'd you go?
Where is
Don't worry about it.
Where is Bancroft?
So I'm going to attempt to go to Kieran and not wake up Reba.
Okay. Oh. Siobhan, what are you doing up already? What?
You didn't touch my fucking book, did you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Can you come into the cart?
He'll follow you.
And I can't remember if halflings can see in the dark. I can't. But
No, I believe they do not have dark vision.
okay. So I bring him into the cart and I show him the journal.
You've got a journal. Lots of people have them.
No, look, I didn't write this.
Probably one of the younger folks around here playing a prank on you.
No, but this was my dream. This is what just happened. I had it and I woke up and it was here. And if Rory did this, so help me.
Rory's not here right now. He's at home.
Well, I don't remember if I've written in it since then.
Since when?
Since I got here.
He's not one to mess with your belongings too much. Messes with you, not your belongings.
It's not. And her eyes are starting to glow.
Oh, shh. It's okay. It's okay. Why don't we stay in the car for a bit? Dad, do you want me to go make you a little tea? You stay right here. Where are your glasses? Are they by your bed? Look, Siobhan, I'll get your glasses for you.
I had said that I put them
Oh, okay,
on.
okay.
I just forgot. I took them off for a second.
Oh. Just keep your glasses on. I'm gonna go make you a little tea. I'll see if there's anyone up who's made anything to eat. I'll bring you a little snack, okay?
And then please stay with me.
Babe, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. You come for one Finnegan, you come for all of us. It'll be all right. And he scampers off to go get you some tea and breakfast. Maddox, in this void of a dream, not long ago you had a little conversation with your patron who took exception to the way you were using your gifts. You hear a different voice. This voice you have not heard in quite some time, maybe 15, 20 years, maybe even longer. You were a boy the last time you heard this one. Oh, grown up. I gave you a little gift, my friend. You didn't come to my realm when I offered you the ride all those years ago. You still keep associations with the old man, just like the rest of your family did. I could take over, you know. I don't ask. Exchange. I'll tell you this. I've heard you once. You wanna break your family away from all that patron nonsense. How about it? Just you and me. I'll make you the deal simple. It'll be real clear up front. You only gotta give me one thing and one thing ever. And after you do that, you can have a piece of my power till the day you die. And you don't have to worry about that getting passed on to nobody. I just need your firstborn. Oh, yeah, simple. Oh, but you'll never get to see my kingdom. You're too old for that. Got a height requirement, you see.
You're right, creepy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. You used to think I had a beautiful singing voice.
You used to have a beautiful singing voice. Been gargling with shaving razors now, have you? You ain't talked to me in darn near 2 decades, and you pop in here?
Well, I
What the
heard,
fuck do you want
I
now?
heard the spat you had with the old man.
Well, it wasn't exactly quiet now, was it?
No, not a bit. He thinks just because he's been around since the beginning of time, he can push people around whenever the fuck he wants. But guess what? They're
Wait, I know this one. He can't.
exactly. There are those of us with our own power. Just because we're within his view doesn't mean we're under his control. He forgets he's been dead a long, long time. But I still live. Others with power still live. So how about it, man? It's just think about my offer. Gave you a little piece of my power. It's just a reminder. There are other choices, my friend. They say the fair are not to be trusted, but oh, I've never reneged on a deal in my entire existence. Just because some people didn't quite understand what they were signing up for. You gotta ask clarifying questions.
Well, it is important to read the fine print. I can tell you that much right off the top of my head. And I tell you this right now. You're going to have to provide a great deal more detail than you're given right now.
Perhaps that day will come. Just remember, Errol King's always watching.
Like I said, right, creeper.
And that is where you awake.
Oh, no.
You've not heard from the Errol King in quite some time, as you do remember being a child on the estate where you grew up, and you were out playing at night, full moon, and this cropping of mushrooms that you had never noticed before that seemed to popped up in an instant. And a voice tried to call you away to another realm. You're never sure why you didn't go. Maybe it was the stories you've heard of those who went and never came back. There was part of you who wondered. Perhaps it wasn't worth returning from. An answer you may never know. But we reach the next day.
Oh, thank God.
You all. What's that?
I'm like, where's the creepy voices in there?
No, they're
I'm
well
not good.
adjusted.
Fantastic dreams. I don't know.
You all awaken refreshed. And the day awaiting you. As you wake, Kira,
God damn it.
you do hear a voice.
Sugar.
Don't forget what I want, what I need. Don't make me take it from you. Iron Tusk understood.
Of course. You'll get what you need as long as you help me get what I need.
We'll see, won't we? So what do you guys want to do?
So one just minor thing. When we do meet up, you will notice that Pohaku does have 2 new tattoos. There seems to be on the back of his left hand, looks like some sort of like a wall being kind of broken. And then on the ribs on his right side looks stylized, but a image of what looks like a kind of trebly designed flower, half of which in full blue and the other half seems to be almost dying.
That's super cool.
I love it.
Haku is Maui, confirmed.
I mean,
I mean, what can I say except
take a flip.
I smell what you're cooking.
Know your role.
You're the warlock. You're the one who needs to make sure you know that. I think both of you just got put on notice.
Me.
Yeah.
what is it that you need to know?
It doesn't matter. Oh God!
It's a 2.
Nerds.
I love you, love
We sure are.
Started with this Drucity, and now we're here.
Number 2.
Quite a movement.
Oh no.
Anyhow.
I guess after meeting up at least with Pohaku and seeing these new tattoos, like, we've got a festival day to spend, and festivals are more fun with new friends.
Oh, I agree with that.
I say we try and do something together. I don't know. We could go by Father the Finnegan's shop.
In a nice way, right?
Of course, in a nice way.
You said it a little,
How do you bother somebody in a nice way?
I don't know, but he seemed a little
Why are you asking her? It's his.
sarcastic.
I'm just trying to have a little fun. I don't know if they're actually going to be happy.
Well, I know
to see
him.
us.
I know how he bothers people in his nice way.
So do the goblins.
I asked nicely.
Exactly.
I asked nicely, then they were rude, so they got rude back. That's how it works.
I feel like they're actually extraordinarily polite.
Given the circumstances, yes.
Disagree.
Yeah. No, you cannot have my
You
thoughts
do
for
know
days.
the definition of the word bother, right?
Well, I just don't know if they'll actually be happy to see us this early in the month. Let's just go see our new friends.
We're all friends.
And reaching the stall where the Finnegan wares are set up, you do see Riva and Siobhan there, as well as Siobhan's brother Kieran, just in full, like, working at a frenetic pace mode, trying to, this being the last day of the festival, anybody who's willing to stop and listen, he's full of, "Hi, Jake, where's your Tom Finnegan's stamp on these blades here? I'm going to find a finer blade anywhere in the Vagabond assemblage. I Who's you over there? I heard what you said about me, Da. I tell you, go ahead, compare that axe to what I've got over here. I could get back here. He's got a little feisty on this last day. He wants to go home with as little of these wares as possible. And those of you who have been by the stall throughout this week are noticing there is quite a significant reduction in stock of what they have. In fact, you can see this mannequin form that once had a suit of scale mail armor, very similar to the one that Reba bought, that now has nothing on it except for it's got a couple blades strapped across its back. Almost all the armor is gone. A couple shields remain, and a good amount of weaponry, as well as various like kitchen utensils and whatnot. There are a few horseshoes, since Colin Finnegan has done a little work as a farrier still. Very rare, but these are just mostly, send it along, see if anybody wants to buy them. But most things have been purchased.
Oh shoot! I forgot. In the night, I would have written the letter to Sortle and tried to tell him everything.
Cool. Make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah. No, it's only like a 9. Nope. That's a 6. So 7.
No.
Yep. So I tell Sortle about everything else.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
But in the letter to Sortle, I leave nothing out except that, apparently.
perfect. Hey, look who it is, Siobhan. Reba. Looks like you've got a fan club.
Oh, no, hardly. I'm here to shop then.
Oh, no, I was being funny and humorous.
I was talking to them.
I didn't think they were actually a fan club, is what I'm saying.
We do have a fan club, but I sent them here to buy things yesterday.
Let's go. What
Yeah.
do you want to buy? I'll sell it to you.
Well, a fan.
What do you want a fan?
Fan club. You can't necessarily be a fan club.
Fan club.
Oh my god.
You want
Ah,
to
bloody hell, ruined my fucking joke.
combine
Oh, son of a bitch.
so it becomes the fan club of wind.
And he'll look over at you, Kohaku, and just kind of seeing your not insignificant size. But a couple of good sized axes up here, my friend, if you might be interested. Although you look like I could swing a battle axe like nobody's business.
Okay, I thought that was a 1. It's a 7. It's still not very good. Well, your implements didn't seem to do very well against me in the arena. I think I'll stick with this Leomano.
No. You can't expect every tool to be perfect, depending on the hands of the artist they're in. Plus, certain skills you are using, and I know how this one here trains. She's been training more in fighting groups, so
Oh,
I think that's why one person gave her a bit of trouble there.
you use different moves when you're fighting a group of people
You really
versus
do.
when you only have
You
to
really
worry
do.
about one.
Schoolyard scrap she was in. She was far outnumbered, or so they thought. Turns out, they were the ones who didn't have enough people on their side.
Tell me more stories about when Siobhan was young.
Yes, tell us every story you can get. And I say this while just staring directly at Siobhan.
I would, but I'm at work right now, so that's all you get.
Fair enough.
Please?
I'm sorry, but that's all you get for right now because I'm at work. Plus, I don't like to embarrass my sister when she's within earshot. Now, if she's not around, then I'm more likely to consider it, but she's family.
We'll come back after your hours.
Anyhow, what can I interest you all in?
Well, I just had the idea. If you don't need the help to steal Siobhan and Reva away from more fair shenanigans as a group.
Oh, he's been doing great all on his own.
Hey, here.
Team building exercises.
Mm.
We're building a team now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if Reba, Siobhan, if you two really wanted to take the day off, I guess I could find a way to manage. But Siobhan, it can be harder for me to lift some of the heavier things with how much I've been working this whole week. Plus, I hate scampering up to get the stuff that's up high. I mean, it's okay if you go, of course, I understand, but I was kind of hoping you'd stay around and work with me today since you've been so busy this whole week.
Right, yeah, I really feel down on my job of helping my brother, so.
But look how much he's sold already. Like that mannequin over there is like totally already doesn't have anything. Like what do you really have left to sell?
And why I don't like to criticize family in front of other people. Siobhan could use the education and learn how to sell a little bit better, and who better to learn from than me? Is that not right? I could teach you a thing or two.
Yes, that sounds quite right.
Well, well, if you've got a job to do, you've got a job to do. And Kira just turns to start to cut, like, as slowly as possible while still being believable, start to walk away.
Ah, come on. He's been thrilled to have the shop to himself. Where's all this from?
I told you I've fallen down on my job, and I'd rather stay and not, feel like left Kieran
I could definitely use the help with the heavy lifting.
on his own.
Reba, why don't you tag along with them and just keep your eye on the gruesome twosome?
My job is just
Why
to
would
make
you call
sure.
them the gruesome twosome? Garnet's quite lovely, and that's a handsome hunk of fella right there.
I feel safer by the day with that one.
If you're sure, but I sort of feel bad abandoning the reason I'm here.
No, go ahead, you're fine. I'd rather stay.
She'll be all right here. Matter of fact, that friend of yours at Bancroft asked him if he'd send a message. Wanted to come by today. Asked if he wanted to get a last look at any of the wares before we head out of town, since he's such a fan of Colm's work.
Right. I'll try to stop by at like lunch, see how you're doing.
Hey,
but
sounds good. In fact, he'll reach to his coin purse and he'll hand you a gold piece. And he'll, would you be willing to bring back something nice for lunch for the three of us?
yeah.
That'll obviously cover more than enough. Just go into any place that's serving something, give them that, and say, whatever this will give me, tell them who you're bringing it to.
I can do that.
And if they give you anything back, keep the rest of it for yourself.
I give him the gold piece back. It's on me. Don't worry about it. Head out.
Sure about that?
No, we're not sure about it.
And as you all head off, he kind of smiles to you, Siobhan. I appreciate having you here, believe it or not.
Thank you.
It's all right. I've got your back. As for the rest of you, what do you?
Why'd you give him the gold back?
I have more money now, and I feel bad because I was a moment of weakness, and I already regret it. I could go back. Should I go back? He told me to keep the change. He doesn't need it.
How can you keep the change if you gave him back the gold piece and there's
That's
no
what I'm
change
saying.
to
I
be
could
kept?
go back. I could take the gold. Maybe I should just.
Paul Hawker turns around
I know where he sleeps.
him for the gold.
You got a lot to learn. You really got a lot to learn.
I made so much.
And he'll, if you're, are you going to use it to buy lunch to bring back here?
Well, I was just going to go give it to Reba. She's having second thoughts, but didn't want to come back. So I'm coming back.
Hey, look. You tell Reba if she.
I'm liking him a lot more.
You tell Reba if she wants something specific, she's got to learn to speak up for herself. Drops it all back. If she wants it, she can come back here and get it her feckin' self.
No, I like him a lot less.
Kieran gets a lot of sales in a few days, and all of a sudden he's wise mentor here to teach everyone a lesson.
He's really his biggest fan right now.
I come back to the group and I drop a gold piece into your hands. Get something nice with it.
What?
Where'd that gold piece come from? We're not even recirculating our own currency now.
Oh, you weren't there. You don't know.
I got it
having a
from,
conversation in my
from Kira. It's for lunch.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's. I'm not making the same mistake twice. Oh, that's embarrassing. Let's go.
So, are any of you looking to get up to? You sound like you want to get into some fair games there.
I specifically just wanted to find someone to fight.
Make an investigation check.
Yep.
I will help with that.
You've called it Paul Hawker.
Make an investigation check with advantage.
I'm not going to fight you.
Did you get to fight in the tournament?
What's that?
Did you ever get to fight him in the tournament?
No.
Well,
17.
17. So you know from being around a bar often growing up, if there's a good place to find somebody who's willing to fight first thing in the fucking morning,
Yep.
it's whoever's at the bar drinking. First thing in the fucking morning. I tell you what, nobody goes to tie a few beverages on that early in the morning who's having a good day. Oftentimes, the whore's having a good life.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell the whole group before I even like go looking. Just like, well, if we want to get up to some fair games, we just do some games. If not, anybody want to place some bets on a fight? Because I did ask, and it is legal and lawful as long as everyone is informed and involved. So I'm happy to have some more fights just to keep myself in tip-top shape.
Do you know if we have access to that magical arena where you can't get permanently hurt?
you do not.
I didn't think that
you
through.
would know that you don't have access to that.
Damn.
I was just gonna say to either a knockout or, if with weapons, just a first blood. It's how we trained at the academy, so.
I'll stick around, make sure you don't get killed for long.
I'd expect nothing less.
And I'll stick around.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, Garnet, you do appear to be the best at finding fun. If you can think of better, more fun plans, I'm all ears.
I mean, there's so many games we haven't done.
There are definitely are.
You mentioned a greased pig.
There is a grease pig catching contest.
I mean, I think that we have to do that.
And let's do that instead.
It's
Oh, days young.
probably less than this.
And the pig is covered in.
It's not a grease pig, it's a knife pig.
Grease is
It's a
local
greaser
parlance.
pig.
Grease is local parlance for knives.
It's a grease pig with oiled knives.
There you go.
There's a reason they call him a razorback.
The pig's name is Pony Boy. No. So you all come to this very large pen, and there is this human male out front, about mid-40s, just completely bald head. All right, step up. Who's looking to catch the pig? Who wants to see him there looking? Catching the grease pig. Next attempt starts here in 10 minutes.
How big is the pig?
Points over. It's a decent-sized pig, about the size of a decent-sized dog, possibly. You know, you all can't see the dog gesturing after the dog right over there.
Anyways, I'll try.
It's one there. All right, let's see here. Well, the rest of you,
Yep.
it's two.
What kind of grease are we talking about on the pig game?
Oh, nothing your scales can't handle. Come on, get in here.
What does it matter?
I just want to make sure it's not something I'm allergic to.
I pull out a scroll with a list of things. No, grease.
There's no grease on there, is there?
Yeah, they're running different kinds of grease on there. I think you're good.
Okay. All right.
Well, Haku,
I'm in.
do you want to catch a greased pig?
Do you want me to catch a grease pig?
It would be fun if we all did it together. Man, I wish Sean was here.
Let's do it.
Me too.
All right, so all of you are in. So I need to tell you two things then. Well, three things. One, entrance is free.
I'll pay.
Two, he points at the pig that's over the pig pen. That is not wool.
I'm talking in.
That is not the pig you need to catch. The pig you need to catch was released this morning. Is somewhere within the fair.
Oh, God. There's 4 pigs and they're numbered 1 through 5. No more.
And 3, you're not the first people to come by saying you're looking for it. So, good luck!
All right, someone cue up yakety sax.
I would, but it's not public domain.
Right. Someday.
That is going to be the greatest day of my life. So, anyone who wants to may make either a perception check, a survival check, or an investigation check, and you must tell me which one you're making.
I'm making a perception check.
Go.
That's either that's a 25.
I'll get back to you.
I'll do
Oh,
nature.
sorry. 23.
Wait, nature was one of them?
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I'm sorry, survival.
Oh,
Okay.
survival.
That's way better.
You rolled survival there, Casey?
I rolled perception.
Okay, cool.
I guess I'll do survival. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. 7.
Cool. Nice.
13 nature.
All right.
Or survival part.
Block it.
10 investigation.
Nat 2021 investigation.
Cool. So you all go off in your own directions trying to find this pig. And Reba, you all of a sudden.
Siobhan? I was making fun of the snorts now.
Once you all hit level 5, we'll just redo the tournament, just watch what happens, and Siobhan wrecks Pohaku's ass with the extra attack ability.
Absolutely not.
But Reba, you poke your head around this corner, you see behind this stall where just some food scraps have kind of been thrown out. It's a stall that sells various pies. There's this greased up pig just chowing down at it. And you, Garnet, almost at the same time, you've been going along the tops of the stalls, thinking, bird's eye view. It's the way to go. You just, your head coming right over the edge. You look down, there's this pig just chowing down on these food scraps.
Do I see Garnet up there?
Make a perception check with disadvantage. You focused on the pig.
So just a flat perception check then. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Are you trying to be stealthy?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you definitely see her.
I want to say
We'll save it. What you need to roll is
Ooh.
cool. So
Neat.
you two see the pig, see each other, see the pig. I need you. So are either of you going to try and
Yes.
yeah.
Are either of you? Yes.
I need you both to make an athletics check with disadvantage because you're both trying to get it.
Yes.
Ooh, that's not great.
Athletics.
Oh, are you sure it had to do with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, 4. No, wait, 6.
Oh wow, single digits still.
12.
12. Great. So, Reba, you go and dive at it. Your foot kind of slips on one of these.
I will
apple
say, there
peels.
is one thing that I wanted to do beforehand.
Sure.
I did want to cast Bane on the pig and on.
Take some action.
You didn't go to the pig.
Yeah, that does take
It
an
does
action.
take an action.
So, make a charisma saving throw. I don't want to. Okay, I don't think the pig succeeded.
Good, I was counting on that.
Cool.
Pig's bane.
12.
12.
Nope.
That's a failure. Awesome. So now I want you to make an athletics check, but subtract the d4 from it.
Still a disadvantage?
No, this is just a straight roll. Because we're forgetting the first one.
Yeah.
Because
I did not.
Oh, okay, so 7.
love it. This pig just goes tearing off as you try and dive after it.
I give chase.
Rad. As you give chase, see here. Okay. 2 other people happen to. And now you've got 2 other people running after the pig along with you. What's your movement speed?
You seen this pig anywhere?
Yeah, it's gonna be
25? Cool. What's your movement?
My movement is 30.
30?
I have another thing I would like to do while we chase, but let me know when it's time.
It's time right now.
It's time?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to use. I would like to use my shadow touched feet on everyone chasing the pig.
What did you
I
try
have
to
to. It's cause fear.
Please read me how cause fear works. I'm just curious if this
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the description.
is it any number of creatures
Yeah.
you choose?
Oh, sorry. One creature I can see within range. So
Great.
whoever is closest to this pig, as long as they're not a construct or undead.
Yeah, you can see this youth. It's a young woman, half elf. She's probably 15, 16, very athletic. She's barreling down.
Yeah.
Just about to catch this. So
I would like her to make a wisdom save, please. I am also using my movement, obviously, to chase this pig. while
cool.
doing
This
this.
is costing you your action.
Bonus
Yeah.
action to dash. So
Love it. Love it.
75.
Love it. What's your spell save DC?
It's 14.
14. She's not afraid.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm
We ain't
still
go see
running.
this pig.
go ahead, make an athletics check, but you have to subtract the D4 once again.
14. Nope.
I'm sorry. I need you to do,
13.
I need you to do something else first. I just realized
Okay.
I missed a piece. I need you to make a perception check, see if you lost track of the pig when it ran away.
Oh,
And
That's
yeah,
also with
with Bane, it sure is. And Reba, I need you to make a perception check, see if you actually still saw the pig.
Fine.
10. You lost track of the pig. You have to search for it all over again.
17.
17. You've kept track of it.
Fantastic.
Alrighty.
Do we hear any of this commotion?
Yeah,
Give it a sec.
something tells me.
That's this round. Oh, that person just missed the pig. Ah! So, it's not the pig you others hear first. Spells often have verbal components to them. And you hear these arcane happenings. You turn your head like, what's going on? And you can see, plain as day, Reba just running along, throwing these things out. And
How we doing there?
On brand.
perfect. Right where it needs to be. Welcome to our campaign.
I'm not cutting that out.
Yeah. This is part of why I love Dungeons and Dragons. I have minis and maps for potential combat that could have happened, but we're chasing a fucking pig, and that's why I love Dungeons and Dragons. So,
You're very red.
Reba, you are hauling ass after this thing. You all just happen to see Reba. If you guys would like to make perception checks, you're out for this round on it. Garnet, go right ahead.
Okay.
Let me see it.
Ooh, can I have Imbani help me?
No.
Oh,
So it's perception, survival, or investigation, your choice.
ooh, dirty 20 on perception.
You see the pig.
7.
Nope.
Investigation 16.
You see the it's just running along. Just
Mannix?
it's still got
The first time, did you?
it's got half of an apple just hanging out of its mouth there. It didn't get to quite finish chewing as it's tearing ass and running along.
Did you homebrew some new spell that's just throw shade?
You said I should be playing a bard. Next campaign, I want him to play a bard. Don't know what'll happen. So, of you two who see it now, and this other individual is going to try and catch it, and Reba, you've got another chance to try and catch this pig if you want, or you can just throw more spells.
So the athletics, just to clarify, the athletics check means I have made contact with the pig. It's just wriggling out of my grasp.
No, the athletics check is trying to grab the damn thing.
Okay. If I grab it, okay. Then there's. God, but it means I am the closest to the pig.
I mean, probably.
Okay. Is it an action or
To
like
grab
a
the pig?
bonus action?
Going to be your action.
It would be my action. Okay, fine. I'll just do an athletics check.
I'll
for
tell
that.
you now, if you cast spiritual weapon and you hit the pig with it, you're going to kill it.
That's not the plan. My first was, would I have a better chance at catching it? And because I really don't want someone else to catch it if I do this.
Sure.
If I cast Calm Emotions on it.
Use only one way to find out.
I cast Calm Emotions
Well,
on the
hang
pig.
on. At this point, I would like those of you who are in the pig race. I would like you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, goody.
Garnet, still rolling even though you're out for this round.
Boy.
Super good.
Come on. I get advantage on initiative rolls, and I got a 1 and a 5.
That's great.
Because no, I hate initiative. It's
Okay,
always bad.
25 to 20. 20 to 15.
17.
Okay. Pohaku's up first. 15 to 10.
10.
All right. Pohaku. Kira. What'd you get over there, Garnet?
6.
6. So it's going to go Pohaku, Kira, the
Jeez.
half-elven woman.
How did you get that low?
What'd you get? 3. We're not going to worry about you. I think it's going to be Pohaku.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an athletics check
Okay.
with disadvantage because multiple people are trying to get this pig.
Oh, God. It's happening.
That's a natural 17 and natural 15 for athletics.
Yeah.
16.
16. You guys watch Pohaku just runs over, scoops up this pig.
Gonna spike the foot. That's just how my night is tonight. No.
Oh, he's on some shenanigans tonight, baby.
I just pick up the pig, thrust out with my belt, which just says champion. So there might be a little bit of a pelvic thrust as I push the pig above my head. So,
And you begin taking this pig back to the pen, which you are asked to return in.
Are we out of initiative?
Do you have something you want to do?
Oh, no.
I'm trying.
I just want to come back to this point when we get to like the end of the campaign and everything's serious.
Oh my God.
Just to remember when Pohaku picked up a pig and pelvic thrust it.
the pig is over my head.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
This is
I should have been clear.
full on Legend of Zelda. You've got a chicken over your damn head. If there were more pigs, they'd be swarming you right now.
Oh, it's over his head?
Right now it is. That's what you're carrying, right? Like up this? Okay.
How tall
I
is
mean,
it?
that was when I saw it. That was the celebration.
Yeah, how tall
I'm
are you?
not running through with it like
How
this.
tall are you?
How tall am I? I am 5'6".
5'6".
Cool, I'm taller than him.
I always thought Pohaku was like really tall.
He's kind of beefy, but he's not that tall.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to use my Shadow Touch feat that I now have, and I would like to cast Invisibility on myself
Sure, you're
and yoink that pig out of his hands and run for it.
okay.
I just realized it's absolutely pointless giving myself the invisibility if I'm carrying a pig, but we're going for it anyways.
So you are wearing clankety clank armor.
Yeah.
So you're invisible, but he can hear you coming. It sounds kind of like something shaking a bag of snails.
Stealth check at least?
Go right ahead.
Thank
Straight roll because you're invisible.
You can certainly try.
Yeah, just
Because by stealth,
add whatever modifier you got, cleric.
so that's a 6.
Yeah, it is. I'm not even like, what's your passive perception, Bahaku?
It's not great, but it's a 9.
There you go. Good enough for this.
It's a number.
Yeah.
What does it mean in D&D Beyond that there's the letter D next to
Disadvantage.
The only reason you didn't roll your stuff
Oh,
with disadvantage is
Gotcha.
you're invisible.
Yep, thank you.
But again, like I said, this is like somebody shaking a paper bag full of nails. I would like you to just, even though you can't see her right now, you know Reba well enough at this point. You guys haven't known each other that long. Just give me an insight check. Give me an insight check.
That's a natural 17 for 16.
You're pretty sure she's coming to take that pig. So that's just going to affect this roll right here. I would like, again, normally you would have advantage being invisible, but because he knows you're coming, I'm not going to, normally I'd give you disadvantage if you saw you coming. Do a straight roll. I need you each to just give me contested athletics checks.
Great.
Shit.
I'm now.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, that's a nat 20. Plus 2 for
Leave
22.
it there.
Yeah, we need the camera.
Oh, well, it's not zoomed in enough, but just to point out, right there, right where. Oh, you
just picked it up. But it doesn't matter.
Love it. You hold it up for the camera?
The one time we use that camera.
It's all right. We'll use it more when we have actual battles. But
That's a Natural 14 for 36.
So, Baku, you're in the middle of celebrating and all of this, and all of a sudden your hands are quite lighter as you just hear this as the pig is yanked out of your hands. And you can see this invisible pig just going down the pathway.
I can't believe I'm going to do this.
Uh-huh.
I've seen all this happen, right?
Every bit of it.
Am I also seeing this happen?
Sure.
I would like to cast.
Pretty hard to miss all of this.
How far away?
You're a creature I can't see right now.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're invisible. Never mind. That would be
Yeah.
really funny.
But wait, do I see this floating pig?
You do see the floating pig. I do need to double check a thing on a spell, though, because you did just interact with an object. Does
I,
that,
d- I don't.
interaction.
Yeah, I don't think object
I
interactions
think,
break stealth.
I think it's just casting a spell and making an attack roll.
I believe so.
Okay, this is not an attack. So yeah, you are still invisible, Reba. It's one of my favorite uses of a spell.
I'm booking it. How close? I'm dashing. How close am I to the?
You're not dashing because you use your action to
You are
grab a
correct.
pig.
I'm very much going fast. How close am I to home base here?
We'll get there.
Okay.
You all can see the pig, though. What is it that some of you would like to do? Well,
I can't do it because I have to see who I'm doing the thing I want to do
Well,
to.
fuck. If I can see this, and we're just throwing around spells willy nilly now, are we? So I'm going to start blade song. My speed increases to 40 feet, so I can. So blade. Yeah, I start running, but it's kind of a dance, and I haven't used my action, correct?
you have not.
Wasn't his action to pick up the pig? Because I was last in initiative order.
That means he turns to me and make his turn again.
Fast.
Okay.
I was
Well,
definitely.
so there's more than just me then. If we're going through the initiative order. So I mean, does anyone else need to do stuff first?
I've got nothing to do. I see these shenanigans, and I'm just gonna watch now.
Cool. Maddox?
How far from Mannix to Reba and from Reba to home base?
Reba to home base is probably, say, around 150 feet, maybe a little bit longer than that. So it's a bit way. From you to Reba at this point, we'll say about 30 feet.
All right. I am going to Misty Step right next to Reba and run.
Okay, I need you to make
really do need action sessions.
make contested athletics checks. Mannix, yours is with disadvantage because the person trying to keep the pig away from you is invisible.
Excellent. Do I get mine with advantage?
No, you just get a straight roll.
What is contested?
Now fucking
So even like 220s isn't going to help me.
So just go ahead and pick it up slowly and hold it straight to the battle cam, which I turned on as well.
No, my two rolls
There it is.
combined
There it
don't
is.
equal 20.
There it is.
I think this pig is my good luck charm.
I
I've
almost
never rolled
diced you
this
with that
well.
charm. Yeah, you go to grab this thing, Mannix, and Reba, you just fully you take the pig up in one hand and just fully Heisman stiff arm
Too bad no one can see it.
it right to the ground.
It looks like Mannix just runs into something. Just all of a
The
sudden,
pig is floating, and it looks like you just dove at this pig, and something just stopped you here, and you just eat shit straight into the ground. Like, just full on, boom. Like, it is a thing of beauty.
So I'd like to be dashing
Oh, you are.
and
no.
trying to basically get between her and home base about maybe like 10 feet in front of it.
Done.
And we'll try to basically trip whatever is carrying this pig
Okay.
as she's coming in full speed.
Oh, this makes me so happy. What are any of the rest of you doing?
I've just taken to watch it.
See one? Love it.
So are we back in a minute? It's like,
Yes, and Siobhan, from where you are, you heard some of these sounds, and who could help but go and look and see what in the heck is going on when you hear pigs squealing and stuff getting knocked over and whatnot. And you end up seeing some of this. You're just inside time to see Mannix just eat shit into the ground. And you do a quick count of your allies. You don't see Reba. You do some quick math of this floating pig, you think, there she is. and just completely you're going, this makes sense. This makes complete sense. But you've got a great view from where you're at.
Yes, and just give you a visual of Siobhan's reaction to all of this.
Great.
Alrighty. So I believe initiative order. Mannix, are you just going to lay there with your wounded pride as this goes forward, or it's not your turn yet? I'm curious if you're going to still attempt.
I'm still going to attempt, but
Cool.
I think I'm also going to do something else in addition to that.
We'll
attempt.
get to you. So I believe it goes Ohaku, Garnet.
Oh, Kira's just going to leisurely
Was it
walk
Kira?
behind this and just watch the madness.
Mannix, were you last?
Yes.
Okay. So Ohaku,
Kira
Garnet,
could help the
Reba,
winning team here.
Mannix. What you doing, Ohaku?
I'm going to run up near the floating pig,
Yep.
and I'm going to cast a second level sleep.
Do you have to be able to see me to do that?
That's 36 points worth of.
Shit! I have 35!
I did. I just rolled the 7d8.
I need to roll percentile dice to see if this other half-elven woman who's attempting is caught in this sleep.
Please, please,
Because if she is,
please.
She has at least 39.
well, no.
Well, it goes from the lowest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, she totally has more hit
No,
points.
she does
than-
not.
Well,
Totally does.
it's not the same number on every creature, though.
It's a,
Here's the thing. Yes, she is caught within the sleep spell. There's just one problem. As a half elf, she's immune. So it bypasses her.
No.
At least that's how I'm ruling it.
That doesn't sound right. That sounds like some
Sounds great.
bullshit.
Here's the other problem.
DM's word is law.
So you cast this, and the first thing that goes sleepy is the pig. The pig is unconscious.
How many hit points does the pig have?
One?
So 35 left.
How many hit points do you have?
I have 35. Can the pig have 2 hit points? Is there a bug in the vicinity? Is there pigs that have a lot of flies?
I will make you a deal. I will make you a deal. I will look up on D&D Beyond right now
Yeah,
how many hit points.
please
a pig
do.
has.
Because I think it's more than one.
We'll find out.
Probably like 1d4 would be my guess.
Yep. And then I will roll a d4.
And it,
This is why I love this game.
oh, piggy wiggle butt.
I searched pig, and the second result is Piggy
An
Wigglebot.
anthropomorphic pig with no pants and no butt.
Yeah, well, that's from Dungeons and Dragons versus Rick and Morty. So that is
Oh yeah.
Pig has more than that.
pig has 5 hit
Eat
points.
shit.
So
Deserve that.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
I mean, next time it snorts, I'll just, call out.
So the pig falls asleep in your hands. You feel it suddenly get slightly heavier at the same time, but also easier to carry. As you hear it as you have a snoring pig in your hands now, but that's the use of your action, Baraku.
I feel
That
like
is my
you're
action.
getting
No,
this
that
piggy
absolutely
affection as you're snoring.
Bonus action, do I have anything?
How does Beaker smell?
So as Pohaku casts sleep and sees the pig fall asleep, and Reba keeps running. Well, that didn't work, and he'll just stop.
Garnet, it's you.
So, again, positioning.
Yeah.
How close is she to?
For the sake of expediency and comedy and all that, we'll say that this round is going to be the decider.
Okay.
She's on. We'll say 2 more rounds till she gets there.
I would like to note that Kira is still following, just not at full speed.
Great, I love it. So she will reach you in 2 rounds, because I'm assuming you're just using your action to dash at this point. Move, dash, move, dash.
I mean, she goes before me, so I can't use my action to get her out of the way, can I?
We'll find out. What you doing?
I am just gonna be like full on linebacker, like, you know,
Are you
40-pound, no.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
you know, like I am between, and she's gotta go through me.
So are you holding an action?
I will hold a grapple
Cool.
action.
Because I'm gonna say it's gonna take a couple rounds for her to get to you.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if you want to do anything in the interim. So when it gets to you, we won't do anything.
Too stupid?
I mean, grapple or dash and keep
Yes, you
teaching
can.
this course.
Love it.
She can. Cool. But you are just staying where you are. You want to get last line of defense 10 feet.
I'm
from
not
the
going to bother with anything not working.
Cool.
Last
What you doing, Reba?
stand.
You got
So
this unconscious pig.
Jesus, I sure do.
You're about 120 feet away from this pen.
Yeah. Okay, a couple questions. Number one, because the 2 spells I have. First, has it been longer than a minute since I cast Bane?
Your Bane would have dropped because you cast a different concentration spell.
That was my question, though. Was those spells are not through spell slots? So
Doesn't
does
matter.
it still? Okay,
Okay.
never mind then. So Bane's gone.
Bane's gone.
And I cast invisibility, and I cast another spell. Jeez,
You think you understand?
So anything I do would make me visible, which would make me easier to grapple, right?
Yeah.
I dash. I just dash. I just run for it.
Let the girls begin.
I'm not gonna mess with a good thing. Let's just go for it.
Sure. Love it.
Home stretch.
Cool. Mannix.
Gets up, wipes his face clear of the mud, and just looks up and glares because still just sees Reba.
Yeah.
Doesn't see her.
Correct. You see a floating
pig.
unconscious pig.
Oh, no, she's using your power.
This is the editor we have when we haven't been in the room together for too long.
I'm going to thaumaturgy. Just a little. What's the best way to describe this?
I don't know.
I don't know. So I'm going to do my best.
Go ahead.
A wall of flame is about 10 to 15 feet in front of her is just going to.
Okay. So that's what you're gonna make it look like is there.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics.
So to see through the illusion, I'm gonna call that. Reba, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I feel like this is Arcana.
It's not my card.
It's not perception.
No, because this is specifically a spell.
13.
13. What's your spell save DC over there, Mannix?
That's right there.
15.
15. So you see this wall of flame just jet up in front of you. What you doing?
The thing is, he said it was 10 to 15 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm on a full dash. I don't know if I can turn around in time.
I mean, you could just go off to the side.
All right, I veer around it.
Cool. So you watch as she veers around this thing you put up there, but it definitely slowed her a little bit. Which anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Cool. Gives a chance back to Pocket.
Okay, so how far away is Garnet from me at this point?
At this point, we're going to say probably close to 90 to 60 feet there.
Okay.
I play a little fast and loose with distances here.
Now, all right. So yeah. So Blade Tongue, my speed is 40 feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to dash and get next to Garnet.
Ooh, I love it. This is great. This is great. So that brings it next to Garnet's turn. Are you doing anything as Bahaku comes next to you? Probably not. He's your buddy.
He is my buddy. And I just look at him and I'm like, teamwork, huh? And I will kind of actually hide a little bit behind him.
Okay.
In fact, I will hide behind him if I could.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Here's the thing. Reba's going to see you go behind him. So I'm not going to let you have, say, like the hide check, because that's akin to like a toddler going behind a lone palm tree going, I wonder where they are. So and people could kind of see you like looking between his legs. But
Yeah.
even with the impressive skirt of Destrucity,
How tall is Rita?
what are you like 6'4"?
I am exactly, if I could check my description, 6'4". Well done.
Thank you.
I take this back. Can I get up on your shoulders?
Game of chicken?
This is so not what I was going for, but I would not stop you.
Cool.
I want to get up on his shoulders,
You full on
and
spike.
I will hold if she I want to grapple the pig
Love it.
and leave Reba for him.
That's great. So just again, like full on cappuccino monkey. You're just up there, ready to go. This is great. This is great. Jamie's face is all of our internal monologue.
I just wish I could do animation so I could do this.
I have a note.
It's your turn.
It's my turn, and
Yeah.
I just read my invisibility spell description, and
Yeah.
it says anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. So, I have a question. Would this take effect if I do not cast the spell while carrying the pig? Because I cast it and then got the pig.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna let the pig go invisible because you're carrying it because it's more funny this way.
Even if I recast the spell using a spell slot now, and that would make anything the target is carrying invisible for this final stretch of the race. Because it makes sense if it didn't
I like that.
go invisible at
If
first.
you want to recast the spell to make that pig go invisible,
Yeah.
you go right the hell.
I'm gonna use a second level spell slot to cast invisibility again.
Happy right
And now the pig blinks out of existence. I absolutely keep running, swerve past them.
We can still hear you though, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You could get back.
Stealth check
Sure.
at flat because I don't have disadvantage because I'm invisible.
Fine.
The stealthiest hardware store.
14.
Cool. All right. What are your guys' passive perceptions or investigations? Either you got a 14 or higher?
No.
Cool. Now hang on. I'm gonna let either of you, if you want to, roll a investigation or perception to see if you can figure out where Clankety McClank
Well,
is.
is this going to be my action?
No, this is a straight roll.
16 investigation.
Yeah, you're fine.
12 investigations.
All right.
So I beat him and he's the one with legs right now. So Garnet might know, but Mohawk
Jump as she's going by.
Correct.
I'm giving them a wide berth. Are you kidding me? I'm not in jumping distance.
You're trying to steer Pahaki by his ears. So here's the thing, Garnet, you have a ballpark idea where Reba is because you can see the boot prints in the dirt.
Okay.
But the thing is, she's running kind of erratically, long strides, this tall person. So it's not like you can just get a direct line. Mannix, what are you doing?
Pouting?
Sulking, perhaps.
Just at this point, I'm just like, where the fuck is goddamn kid? Son of a.
Just taking a leisurely stroll. It's like every round here has been going like not at full speeds, like maybe like 20 feet around, just so he can still stay in view of everything.
Yeah. At this point, Mannix has had enough of this nonsense. He's like, this is not going the way I thought it would.
And then there were 3. Okay. Pahaku.
I am going to hold an action.
Yeah.
So I am going to call up to Garnet. Where is she? And I am holding the wind fan.
No. No.
Okay.
Point me to the right direction, and then I'm going to hold my action to let loose with the wind fan.
What?
Reba, it's your turn.
I don't know if I have any spells for this one, Bjorn.
You don't know what he's planning.
I
would
don't
know.
know what he's planning. I think the best I can do now that I'm fully invisible with the pig
Yep.
running as quietly but as quickly as I can, giving them a wide berth as I pass around and take some erratic route to that final
Serpentine, son.
the finish line of the greased pig capture sty. I run for it.
Garnet, your turn. What do you want to do?
I point Pohaku in the right direction,
Okay.
and then I just jump off and follow the footsteps. And at some point, I'm just going to dive and hope she's there.
Rad. So here's everything that's going to happen all at once. First, Pohaku, I need you to just roll a. We'll go numbers on the clock here. Roll a d12 for me.
12.
Okay. Reba,
Yeah.
roll a d12 for me.
Okay.
This is going to be what number on the clock you are at. This is the number on the clock you aimed. It's a 12.
It's a 6. So I'm as far away as can
You're in
be.
a straight line.
You're in a straight line.
Well, no,
No, I thought if like 12 was here, I was over here.
correct.
Kind of thing.
You are basically behind him. And Paku, you whoosh, whip out this wind fan, this jet of air blasting out. You
Be straight out.
You watch as this one stall, it's just blowing the fuck over. It's going everywhere.
Compliments of the champion of Harmony Creek.
You, however,
Cabbages
Garnet,
and baby span.
realize he's pointing the wrong way. You've got just one chance. Give me acrobatics. You guys do double check. First acrobatics check. See how far you leap.
Okay. I will tell you now
Yep.
that should I fail whatever this DC is,
Yeah.
I will use my psionic energy dice to bolster the knack.
Good.
So 18.
18. You feel like you're able to launch out there to get within grasping distance. So, what are you grasping at? Are you grasping high or lower? High would be Pig, lower would be Reba.
I'm short. I'm gonna go low. And
Well, you're up high though, so
You're
Okay.
jumping off of
then I'll go. I want the pig.
You
I
want
want
the
the pig.
I just really wanted you to grapple the pig in midair. And
you see this person going high.
It's not until I see the pig grabbed.
Oh, specifically that was your trigger? I thought it was if they were going for it.
No, it's if someone grabs the pig.
Love it. So here's what I need. You to make an athletics check. You to make a contested athletics check with advantage.
that.
Son of a bitch.
Raise it to the camera again, please.
Why?
There it is. There it is.
Would you like me to with advantage? Let me try again.
Tell the truth.
That's a nat 1, so I'm
So you see Garnet diving up there, and in this moment, you're kind of sad that you're invisible because just with this incredible deftness, you just bring the pig down, tuck it underneath your arm, 5 points of contact like you're a running back. Spin around, head over. There it is. It is a pigskin. Great point.
Should have spiked it.
Plant your hand on the gate. Hop over and you drop the invisibility spell as you hand the pig over to the guy.
As the invisibility spells drop,
Yeah.
I'll still cast.
So wisdom save.
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Is he within range? For
That's
whatever
why I
this is?
kept
Yes.
walking.
What is happening?
Within 60 feet.
You'll find out.
Okay, wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw. I love this.
Come on.
This is so stupid. I love
Come
it.
on. Shit, that's a 9.
As the hold person spell. The person working the stall takes the pig from you. You're still standing there. You're still on. Don't worry.
Can I speak? As no.
So would that count as a successful, like the shopkeeper getting it? It's a successful save.
She's the one who brought the pig back into the pen.
And I handed it over. I just couldn't do anything after that.
Trying to
You get to win, just not well.
You'll win. And
Worth
I'm
it.
gonna thaumaturgy some fireworks.
Let me
So
know.
you all see as
1 minute.
What a waste of a blade bomb.
in place for an entire minute, her arms outstretched. Eventually, your winnings are brought to you. So this little pig is now running around the pen very happily, and for your efforts, you are brought. It's this small paper bag. You can see where the little bit of grease has gotten on there, and you are brought 3 sausages.
These aren't fresh from the pig she just.
No, you can do that, baby. But you are given 3 fresh sausages, and Siobhan, you can't help but laugh as you watch the goings on of these. A thought comes to you that as hard as it is for you to trust people from the Empire, especially knowing one is nobility and one is looking to eventually join the census and be a mage hunter, you're watching these revelries and this hilarity and at points nothing short of stupidity. But it makes you laugh and feel a little more comfortable with them. Not saying you fully trust them because of this, but there is a small part of you that warms, realizing deep down, most of us really just want to enjoy ourselves and let loose with friends. And the rest of the day, of the final day of Freyr's Reverence, passes. You all sleep very well. Yes.
Can I? Okay, and eventually the whole person spell goes away.
After a minute, just
And my final
Well
words,
done.
thank you very much, which I deserve as winner. They told me I'd win one of these when pigs fly, and they were. Where is everyone?
When next you all pick up, it'll
oh,
be time to.
was I able to find a fight through the day?
You were not. You were
Okay.
not, because you changed your focus to go chase a grease pig,
Okay.
and your antics caused much revelry through the town. You found out there were many bets that got placed very quickly
Good.
during this, and spirits were lifted. Freyr's Reverence ends with laughter when you, which is especially remarkable, thinking of the horrors of just the day before. The undead chimera, a murdered farmer, but yet everyone gets to remember the bicentennial as the time they watched a group of adventurers try and catch a greased pig and use every trick in the book to try and make this happen. From sleep spells to thaumaturgy to 2 castings of invincibility to finally a whole person.
Oh, is that why Mannix needs the book?
And
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep.
And
Darn tootin'.
it is this sausage maker / pig farmer has a new business card holder commissioned for him, and it is a half-orc woman with arms his cards, and we'll pick up with you all leaving Harmony Creek and heading east next time. These are some of the greatest shenanigans ever.
Oh my god.
I love Dungeons and Dragons. I hope you all enjoyed the Greased Pig chase. We will see you soon, and we will see what chaos awaits. Bye, everyone.